What's going on, guys? I just want to touch on the topic of idealism. Many people have an idealistic idea of what marriage is, or what any kind of relationship could be marriage, just basic girlfriend and boyfriend relationships, or what have you. People in 2020 still have this mentality that everything has to be like this perfect romance, the perfect wedding, the perfect honeymoon, the perfect marriage. They get a lot of stuff from what they see on TV, for the love songs on radio or what have you. A lot of people have this, I call it idealism, this idealistic image of what a relationship should be, and I think that's just I wouldn't say symptom. You probably say it's a symptom of what we've been taught since we've been kids about this whole idea of the whole idealistic concept of romance. To death to us part and all this kind of stuff. And when you really look at it realistically, that's not really how things work, you know. And I think a lot of people come to that realization. I won't say a lot of people, majority of people, they're still blue pilled. They still believe in, love at first sight, all this bullshit, But in real life, that's not the case, you know. And one of the things that people don't realize is that love, at least romantic love is conditional. It's conditional. There's no such thing as unconditional romantic love. If there was, you'll see women who are CEOs of companies falling in love with the janitor in the basement of the building. You don't see that. You never see 99.9% of the time a woman of higher status falling in love with the cook, or falling in love with the dishwasher, falling in love with the garbage man. You don't see that in real life 99.99% of the time. So love is conditional because you got, taking consideration, women are hypergamous, and us guys, we look at when we look at women, we judge by youth, beauty, fertility, femininity. So that's basically how our minds function. So it's not being vain and superficial. It's about being masculine. Because if there's a real life situation, I mean, let me just backtrack. If there was unconditional love, like they see on TV, you would see handsome guys who are, athletes, jocks, or just straight up, basic masculine guys falling in love with the female version of Jabba the Hutt on the regular, you'll see men like Michael Jordan marrying women like Rosie O'Donnell. You don't see that most of the time, in real life. But for some reason, if you look at fairy tales, cartoons, TV, romantic comedies, what have you, they always put this scenario with this, I love you for what's on the inside, I love you for your heart. That's not reality, because women, on average, by nature, when they look at men, the whole thing of hypergamy, they look at men about what can he provide for me? Can he provide protection? Can he provide financial stability so I won't be stressed out when I raise these kids? or what have you. So the whole idea of unconditional love doesn't make any sense, because if there was unconditional love, I mean, it's kind of like this. If you stay with somebody who's abusive, is that unconditional love when you stay with somebody who's beating your ass? It's so if you're talking about that's unconditional. So if you're saying that you love somebody who's 300 pounds, is that unconditional? It just defies biology. Because it's just common sense. You just have to deal with reality, man. So, but like I said, this whole idea of being idealistic, the perfect romance, to death to us part. I love you for what's on the inside. What's on the inside doesn't pay the bills. What's on the inside does not give you an erection. What's on the inside doesn't make her pussy wet or what. So what's on the inside does not stimulate. And I learned that from Donovan Sharp. There's a difference between attraction and arousal. The whole point of courtship, dating, relationships, marriage, whatever, is that dynamic between the male and the female, the man and the woman, which is sexual attraction. If there's no sexual attraction, you're just pretty much associates. But if you want a relationship, physical attraction, let me repeat, physical attraction is important. So don't downplay it. So brush your damn teeth, put deodorant on, exercise, lift weights, if you're a woman, drink water, flush out your system, do some aerobics, tighten your ass. It's just be practical, because there's a whole dynamic concerning attraction with that. So, but anyway, I just wanted to keep this short. I just sit here bored again at work. I just want to get this off my chest. So forgive me if I'm stuttering or whatever. I'm tired. It's 2 o'clock in the morning right now, so I'm gonna get off to 6 in the morning. So I just want to record this right quick, because I've been binge watching a lot of red pill content, and it just opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, and it's really it really opened my eyes to what my friends are going through, what my coworkers are going through, and what I've been through concerning male and female dynamics, what's going on with the marriage and all this kind of stuff. So this whole idealistic idea of romance, that love is unconditional. Love is conditional. And if there is unconditional love, probably the only unconditional love is maybe between a mother and her children, and in many cases, or love, father and son, not romantic love, but just, love of family, love of your children. That's, I probably put that in the category of unconditional love, if there is any. But there are situations where it's not. So I'm not saying that every parent loves their children unconditionally. Of course, there's exception to the rules. But when it comes down to this whole ideal of love conquers all, love is eternal, I disagree with that. Because most marriages end in divorce. I'd say like 80% of them, according to stats, might be more than that. And most marriages last 8 years on average. So yeah, baby, let me just stop rambling. Let me just get back to work and work these last few hours before I can go home and go to sleep. And just if you have any comments, comment below, like, subscribe, and peace out.